You talked about that quote of people get to the end of their lives and they don't wish they'd spent more time at work kind of thing. They wish they'd taken more chances. Do you see any chances in your life that you didn't take? I know you're not done yet. You have a lot more that you want to do. But do you see certain chances that you said, you know what, back in this year, I wish I had taken that?
I've taken all the chances, but I've had opportunities where I've made the wrong step. After Forbidden Zone, someone who went on to become one of the biggest Hollywood producers ever, his assistants were big fans of Forbidden Zone. They bring me in. I'm having a meeting. I've got this other script. They're kind of interested, but I don't want to cast any stars in it. It just has to be these people. And then it gets back to me, boy, you thought you were kind of stubborn. If I had a time machine, yeah, sure, I'd cast a star in it.
Okay.
You know, just call it like strategic moves, that we don't always make the right strategic move.
Right. But you feel good that you've taken different fun opportunities that have come your way. You've not always thought about the money. You talked about earlier that, you know, making art is not about the money. It's about the experience of it.
Yeah. I have a very rich life because of that. Sometimes more than others financially. Right now things are good. Knock wood.
Good. One thing that defines you. What is it?
I like to entertain. My purpose in life is to both entertain and hopefully enlighten aesthetically. That's Richard Elfman. That I want to entertain and I want to enrich people aesthetically in my own way, to show them a different way of looking at things.
So whether it's on stage, on film, at the dinner table.
Yeah, my greatest dinners have surprise and change of location.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you
and
have
total
dessert?
surprise. Yeah. It's immersive.
Can you give me an example? Like, will you have dessert somewhere else, or what happens? That sounds fun.
Oh, you have 40 people over, black tie, and then you've got a tiny bungalow, and you've got, so people are on the bed, on a dresser, in the bathroom, but you've got chefs from the top restaurants outside, like shucking oysters and making hors d'oeuvres, expensive champagne, and they're not sure how to deal with it. Then you pass out paper plates, and you lock the door and play really sad Jewish music for a little bit. And then suddenly someone comes in with a top hat, speaking Italian. They have to crawl through a passage. Here's a place next door where, okay, I have a table. It's like an oblong for 40, like 18 in the middle, 22 around it. And you have to, you don't want, anyway, you hoist the people down into the middle of the table. Okay, so that's like I'm doing, I used to do these big events for the American Society of Food and Wine. The quid pro quo is I'd have top chefs do stuff for me. I'd produce events. Okay, so then after that course, then they're taken onto a double-decker bus. I've got a band on top, taken up into the hills for more stuff. Those are the kind of parties where I throw a studio head into a swimming pool. But surprise.
So it's its own theater.
I look at life as theater. That, more than anything, kept me in boxing, was being in this other universe that I wouldn't normally be in. It was just like, here's this other universe, and they've accepted me in this universe. Even with all the bad stuff going on. And I mean, boxing's so corrupt and so hard, you know, on some of the younger fighters and stuff like that.
So you said some of the coaches would almost throw the game and they would try to match them with someone that was...
No, it wasn't throwing the game, but it was where you should have taken the fighter up slower with people of comparable ability, but having him outmatched just for some quick money, even though the guy's going to get killed.
Yeah.
You know, where you're not watching out for the fighter, it's just like, you know, paycheck, then we'll just get more fighters. Although, you know, he would teach us how to put your back between, to block the ref's view and hit someone with your elbow, and how to get places here without the ref seeing. You know, he taught all that stuff.
Have you ever thought about writing that story?
I have a lot of stories to write.